The weather is pretty gloomy today, but we have the brand new Birdie weapon. That was so good. Even with this tree in my way. All right, as always, putting with marbles. Let's try and go through the V. Yeah? So the weapon, 8.5, 0, 2.5. This disc is fairly flat. It does have a little bit of dominess, but it's very flat, especially compared to other discs that I know have these exact flight numbers. This disc feels good. It's very shallow, so it's easy to grip no matter what size your hands are. And I know it's kind of to the company's discretion what size the rim is for what speed. This doesn't really feel like an 8-speed. It's like almost like a 6 or a 7, but it just feels so good in the hand. We're gonna go forehand with this. Let's see how that works. It works, but trees. All right, let's take the weapon and do a little approach flick. Pretty stable when you only throw it at like 10% power. For some reason, I always forget that, like, you know, fairway drivers aren't putters, and I throw it directly at the basket, thinking that it was gonna go straight at the basket. I gotta throw it over there. Now, I think an 8-speed is a perfect speed for kind of anybody. It's the exact number that I would give to someone who just started out that doesn't really need like a distance driver, but it's also not short enough to where someone like me can throw it pretty freaking far. And the weapon specifically is Birdie's first mold that they did entirely on their own. All the other ones were kind of manufactured by other companies. This one is all them. Oh, gotta love Kensington trees. For those of you who don't know, I'm playing Kensington Green, which is one of the courses that are open all year long at the same park as Toboggan. All right, hopefully I can make it out of these trees and get around those trees. Ladies and gentlemen, I did it. I might have did it a little too good. Now, personally, I have two 8-speeds in my bag, the Pipeline, the DGA Pipeline, and the Finish Line Torque. The Torque has the same numbers as these, but it's a lot more stable. It's almost more of a forehand disc or your like beefy 8-speed. I would consider this, honestly, like directly in the middle of those two, the Pipeline and the Torque. So this is gonna fit perfectly in my bag. The Pipeline being like the perfect dead straight point and shoot or like a panning turnover. And then this would be like a stable version of a Pipeline, which doesn't really exist. Not like this. This disc is gonna be perfect for like any kind of wind, being able to throw this as hard as you can, trusting that it's always gonna fade out, because sometimes my Pipelines, they go straight and then they just go straight. I need something like this. Let's try one of those flick-ins again. Maybe? Nope. Weapon. All right, let's go for another forehand, but this one, it goes to the left. So we're gonna do a flex forehand that hopefully flattens out. That's exactly what we need for this hole. I threw it directly into that tree. This is probably my least favorite hole on this entire course. And it's because it's so stupid. There's so many trees. All right, let's go forehand again. Should I go this one or that one? Okay. You were wrong. Ooh, this hole is a big old hyzer to the left. Let's see if we can't put this on a big old hyzer. Yep, that's exactly what I needed. It's just what I needed. You know that song? Who sings it? I can't think. The Cars. I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. That was probably the coolest. Freaking skim the ground all the way to bullseye. That was so sick. So when it comes to this disc, yes, it is pretty flat. It is very flexy. I like this plastic. It feels really good. It's got a very blunt edge, which makes it kind of like more comfortable. Even on forehand, it doesn't really like jab in there. It just lays perfectly flat, and then you just rip it. It's coming back. Oh, it's coming back even more because of that tree. It was gonna come back. It does have really good stability after the turn for forehand, which is a good sign. And this is always the predicament with this hole. If you don't make it to that like opening right there, you're basically spraying and praying in these trees. Should be able to make it through with a nice forehand. Now fade. Are you kidding me? I'm about to be a weapon after that one. Weapon. Weapon. W-E-A. Weapon. Weapon. You're supposed to weapon. 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 Not bad. Skipped a little more than I wanted. Weapon. So the weapon, the weapon is currently out now. So go to birdiediscgolfsupply.com, pick yourself up one of these, and if you live in an area that also has really poopy weather, go pick up a Birdie Disc Golf Supply towel because you're gonna need it. Final hole, 507. I can't stop saying weapon in my head. Weapon. Yeah, kind of screwed on this one. You have to make it down to the corner if you want a shot at the basket, because the basket's up on a hill. So we're gonna try and just spike hyzer it. That did nothing. So get a weapon. Hold on, let me clarify that. I did something. I didn't do anything. It wasn't the disc. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not the disc that messed up. I am just not good at spike. So I prefer doing a little forehand flex over like using a fairway or a driver to kind of just like softly put it up there, because usually it bites too much. So we're gonna go forehand. See how good that was more than the other one? Just remember, guys, if you're purchasing this as a slightly overstable fairway driver, it's great. If you're purchasing this as an approach disc, I would suggest something else. Weapon. Aw, how cute. The marble and the weapon right here. The weapon's a better putter than the marble. No, Birdie. The marble is the best putter out there. It was a joke. Like I was just saying, like, cause no,